Congratulations, Coach. Good to see you again. All right. Ladies, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, as coach and players get assembled here, welcome back to the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship first-round post-game press conference featuring the University of Louisville, who advances to the second round with an 83-81 victory over Drake. We will hear from head coach Jeff Walz with an opening statement, and then we will turn questions over to graduate guard Mykasa Robinson and junior guard Hailey Van Lith. Coach, congratulations for the victory, and please, if you could just have an opening statement for us.
Sure. I'd just first like to start off and congratulate Drake. I mean, what a great season they had winning their league. And then what an unbelievable performance. We knew going into the game that Drake was a very, very good basketball team, had 5 players, at 6 or 7 that could stand out behind the three-point line and spread you out. But they cut so hard without the ball, and they abused us, and it was a situation where we were just fortunate to be able to score more. So we're going to have to get that fixed, but really thought Drake played a great basketball game, and then for our team, we made some plays at the end. I mean, I think about the last 5 of the last 6 or 7 possessions. They scored, we scored. We'd get up 5, they'd hit a 3. And you've got to give them a credit for being able to counter every time we tried to get on a little bit of run to score. I mean, our largest lead of the night was 6. And theirs was a 7-point lead in the first quarter. So just, I think, an all-around a really, really good basketball game.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student-athletes? And again, if you're joining us on Zoom, use that raised hand function so we can call on you for your questions for either Hailey or Mykasa. First question, Mark Rosner, Associated Press.
Hailey, it looked like you just said, I'm not going to let us lose in that fourth quarter. What was the mindset? I don't know how many in a row you scored, but you just kept going.
Yeah, well, I had a nice break there in the first half. I got in foul trouble, and my team did a great job of keeping us in the game while I wasn't on the court. So that's the only reason it was possible for us to win that game in the end, because I had to take a break in the first half. But I was fully rested and I was ready to go, and I worked on keeping it simple leading up to this game, and that's what I was able to do, and my teammates got me the ball. So, I just made shots. They did the rest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mykasa, did they frustrate you, especially in the first half? Did they frustrate you in the first half, just with all that backdoor stuff and all those cuts? It seems like they got a lot of layups.
Yeah, Drake did a great job, just like Coach Walz said. They really executed their offense well. I think that's a big us problem. I think we just need to communicate more and just be more engaged. I think they did a great job, like I said, but yeah.
All right, we're going to go to our media who are on Zoom. The first question comes from Jody Demling of the Cardinal Authority. One moment. Jody, please ask your question.
Casa, this is Jody Demling from Cardinal Authority. Casa, can you kind of talk about the end? You guys fouled with 3 seconds to go. And when that ball came off, it looked like it came off pretty hard, and you got it. And talk about just kind of grabbing that rebound and getting out of the way so the clock could run out.
Yeah, in those moments, I saw it come off, and I was like, let's get away. 3 seconds left. Let's run the clock out. That was really it, yeah.
And then, Hailey, can you what was kind of going through your mind down the stretch when you had a couple of shots and then you guys took the timeout and then you had to take another timeout and Coach looked like he switched up the play and you broke to the basket? That was one of the bigger plays of the game. Can you kind of just talk about what you guys talked about in that timeout?
Yeah, we were trying to execute a play the first time out, and they guarded it pretty well, but we noticed that they were being very aggressive on me to deny me the ball. So, coach is really good at that, at the in-game adjustments, and we just ran a little backdoor action, and Koss threw me a great pass. So, it was really just the coaches recognizing that, but, yeah. I'm talking about JP.
Jody, do you have a follow-up question?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, thank you for those questions. We appreciate it. Don't see anyone else on Zoom with the raised hand function, and I don't believe there are any other questions here in Austin for the student athletes. So, Hailey and Mykasa, congratulations again, and good luck Monday evening in your second round game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll turn all of our questions to head coach Walz. Mark, if you could use the microphone, please. It's coming your way. Mark Rosner, Associated Press.
Jeff, what did you change to try to slow them down a little? I know they started shooting threes in the second half, I guess, but didn't seem as easy for them in the second half.
We tried to change a lot, but not much changed. They scored 81 points. They pretty much scored at will. They scored a 27 in the fourth quarter. You've got to give them credit. I mean, unfortunately, we didn't make the adjustments that we had hoped we'd make. We started the game by trying to press up and deny and create as many turnovers as we could, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that, but then they started getting some easy layups. So we tried to adjust. At the timeout, it was like, guys, don't worry about getting steals. Just keep them in front of you, jump to the basketball, make them throw a skip pass instead of hugging up to your man on the weak side. And we just wouldn't, we just didn't do it. We just continued to press up, and it was layup after layup. It was a layup clinic. I mean, it was pretty impressive because they just went one layup after another. And then I thought in the second half, if you go back and watch it, they just missed some. I thought we wore them out some by being as aggressive as we were, trying to press full court and trying to get some traps. And they missed some that they normally make, but I think a lot of that was because of us.
We're going to go take a question from our members of the media who are on Zoom. The first question from Eric Crawford. Eric, if you could just identify your affiliation, please, but prior to asking your question.
Yes, Eric Crawford from WDRB in Louisville. Jeff, I think you've always said at some point in the tournament, you have to end up scoring some points when you get up against good teams. And that point came early in this tournament, but Hailey had 13 points in the last final 4-16. From a competitiveness standpoint, and I don't want to lose standpoint, and even being in a tight situation in a tournament standpoint, you did make a lot of big plays and execute in a lot of ways in the end game in this. And how good was that to see from your team?
Yeah, I was really proud. Offensively, for 90% of the game, I thought we did some really good things. We executed throughout the entire fourth quarter. I mean, we ran a little action for Liz, and she gets a great little baseline jumper and knocks it down. We ran through the offense and got into situations where Hailey was able to drive it. We set some really good on-ball screens. I was proud of them. It was a great basketball game. And as soon as it looked like we were going to try to pull away, they'd come back and make a huge shot. It was just they weren't going to quit, and we knew that. But was really, really pleased with how Hailey played. I thought, obviously I would have liked to have had her out there more in the first half, but with those two fouls, and then her teammates did a great job. I mean, we hung in there, we kept fighting, and we go into half tied, and she had played, I think, 7 minutes in that first half. So overall, just really pleased with how we played at the offensive end. The defensive end, we just squeaked by.
Eric, do you have a follow-up question?
Yeah, I guess besides Hailey, Mykasa looked aggressive offensively. She made open jumpers. It looked like she was looking for them from time to time. And then they didn't score a ton, but Olivia and Nyla got enough done and seemed to get just enough stops even in the post on the other end to make it work. Anybody other than Hailey you'd like to talk
Well,
about?
I think all of them. I mean, you're looking at Nyla goes 3 of 7, 2 of 4. She gets 8 points. O's 3 of 7, 1 of 1, gets 7. Liz goes 3 of 5 with 6. You've got Riss that comes up with 9. It's, obviously Hailey got 26, cost 14, but you've got to guard everybody. That's the one thing at this point in time. If we can get to the point where you're a threat at the offensive end of the floor, then all of a sudden it really makes it difficult on the defense. And I thought we competed, we played hard, and we had some nerves were a factor, but now they've got one game under their belt, and hopefully we'll see some huge improvements in Monday night.
Thank you for the question, Eric. I believe there's a question here in Austin. If you could just state your name and your affiliation, please.
Alexis Cubitt, Louisville Courier-Journal. Jeff, that shot by Liz at the end, how much momentum did that you feel like that gave you guys? Because at that point, it was tied. You took the lead, and I think they only tied it up, but they never took the lead in the fourth.
Yeah, it was big. I mean, those are the shots Liz makes. Liz is great at facing up. She's 6'5", but she's not really a traditional back to the basket, going to back you down and score over you that way. She loves to face up, and she's got a really, really nice touch. And I thought it was a huge shot for us. I mean, there's no question. It was a huge shot at the end of the half that she made for us. We executed at times. We sat there, we went flat. I was trying to go flat for Mykasa at the end of the half. There's 10 seconds. They switched the zone, and I call a quick play, and we got into it without having to go, oh, what are we running now? And then we get the ball to Liz in an area she can score, and it's a huge basket. It was momentum going into the locker room.
Do you have a follow-up question? Of course.
And then just the other thing, I mean, it's been a long time since you guys have lost in the first round. Obviously, keep that streak going of not doing that.
We've never done that since I've been here.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's been, I think, 2006.
Just to throw that, I wasn't around.
But how much do you just rely on that tradition, that standard in those moments where you have to really gut out a win like this?
We take pride in that. I mean, it's one of the things I talked to a few of our players. For CC, it's the first NCAA tournament game she's ever played in. And that's really what's encouraging for me. For last season, it was Chelsea Hall. She'd never played in an NCAA tournament game, and the excitement for her, the excitement for CC to be a part of it. For Morgan, she played 4 years at Florida State. They won one game in the first round, and now she's done that. Now it's can we get to a second game? Trying to give these players experiences for some of them that they've never had before. And we're just going to have to come out and play better on Monday night. I told them in the locker room after the game, we need a little more from every single one of you. And we can do it. I thought Marissa Russell did some really good things. But at the defensive end, she'd fall asleep on us at times. And she's so good because she can score offensively that we need to have her out there. I think they took the lead in the third quarter, got up 3, and she hits a 3 to tie it. And that was a huge shot. So Riss is important. For Josie, was out there for only 2 minutes, but we run a set play for her. She knocks it down. So excited for all of them. And now we just got to continue to do a little bit more.
Our next question is going to go to Zoom for our next question. Jody Demling from the Cardinal Authority. Jody?
Hey, Jeff, Jody Demling with Cardinal Authority. Hailey, obviously the 13 points were huge in that fourth quarter. You mentioned, though, the bucket by Liz and I think the bucket by O. She got both passes. She made both assists there. And just kind of talk about having the ball in her hands and how you've mentioned it all year long about how she wants it late in games. I mean, 2 big passes and some big shots late.
No, I mean, we're trying to put the ball in Hailey's hands and Mykasa's hands at the end of a ball game. I mean, Mykasa in that fourth quarter has 3 assists, 0 turnovers. Hailey with 2 assists, 0 turnovers. And Nyla had a huge pass for an assist. and that's what you have to do. You want the ball in your playmakers' hands. And, I mean, offensively, we are fantastic. We're 10 for 15 from the field in the fourth, 1 of 2 from 3. Now 6 of 10, of 10 at the line. I'm still not sure on the one free throw what was going on, and I won't go into that because obviously I'm not sure anybody knew what was going on because the ball should have never been thrown to the shooter if someone's below the free throw. I mean, it was just bad. And it was a situation where Morgan Jones, they should have just said, hey, it's 2 free throws, boom. And unfortunately, that's not what took place. And we're 6 of 10. Really, if you'd say it that way, we're 6 of 11 in that fourth quarter because it's really 0 for 2 because we didn't get a chance to shoot the second one.
Jody, do you have a follow-up question?
Yes, as a follow-up, Jeff, can you go over like your thought process on the play, the inbounds to Hailey? Like she said, they were cheating up, and you guys drew something up. I guess she said JP drew it up. So
no, she just being nice to JP. No, you know what? We tried to get it in there. We tried to go line, and the big thing is sprint into the backcourt, throw it to Hailey, and then hopefully they foul. Which they would have fouled if we got the ball in bounds. Well, I saw how aggressive they were trying to stop her from getting it. So told the other 3 and Hailey take 1 step to half court hard, and then Hailey cut to the basket. Now, I did tell her, you're going to get a wide open layup, but if you don't feel comfortable, dribble it out, and then they'll foul you. You'll make two free throws. But she made a great cut. Koss makes a great pass. And then, I mean, it couldn't have been a better for us because it's an and 1. And she steps up and knocks down her free throws. So I was proud of them. I mean, we executed some things. We really did a great job executing. And I told him, I enjoy it. That's the one part of the game I really love is, trying to be strategic of when you're watching something, what can you take advantage of? And they allowed me to coach a few times tonight, and I thanked them for it.
Jody, thank you for the questions, and that will conclude our first-round post-game press conference with University of Louisville. Coach Walz, congratulations again, and we will see you tomorrow, and then, of course, good luck in Monday's game. Thank you.
Thank you.
For those of you who are joining us here in Austin and also online, a recording of this press conference will be posted in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Additionally, each one of the press conference transcripts from the tournament are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Thank you once again for joining us.